let's get started. I have my water now with me. We should be good to start, to be honest. I'm just gonna get the party started right now. Okay. We're here. We're ready to go. Actually, I have no idea if we're fully ready to go, but like we'll see. The SCP we're reading today, we're reading the 2260s. It's been a while. So, the first one, called the Traveler's Journal, is... sorry, is... Actually, I should not say that. I should say it all the way around, because that's how I usually do it for the edit. Sorry for the noise outside. Shoop da Whoop 99 wrote this one. They don't have an author's page. No surprise, they haven't quite a lot with us recently. But they do have an author's page. They don't. But they wrote Traveler's Journal. Here we go. Let's see if everything works out. Come on. Okay, it doesn't look like it's capturing the right window. Let me just see here. Because I'm not sure. There we go. Oh, perfect. Get the text box open for afterwards. Yep, here we go. Delete all the text there. Alrighty then. It's been a while, guys. Okay, Shoop da Whoop wrote Traveler's Journal. Here we go. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-2260 is contained in Locker 43, located inside the storage room in Area 35. Any personnel wishing to use SCP-2260 for any purpose must fill out the mandatory SCP-2260 paperwork. The paperwork must detail location of choice, time wishing to be spent there, and activities performed at said location, and submit the paperwork to Dr. Matthews. He will approve of or deny the request to use SCP-2260. All entries into SCP-2260 must be monitored by at least 2 security personnel, and any deviation from approved entries will be met with immediate termination. By the way, how long is... Okay, there's probably a couple stuff that we have to open up, but that's fine. We're back anyway. We're back fresh mail. Description. SCP-2260 is a green composition book with no markings or names on the front of the book. On the first page of the book, the sentence, "I want to spend the rest of my life in Hawaii," is written in pencil. SCP-2260 is in good physical condition, contains 200 white ruled pages, and appears the same as a non-anomalous composition book. However, it weighs 4.5 kilograms or approximately 10 pounds. Which is, like 200 pages. I mean, depending on, like... how big it is, but like that should not weigh 4.5 kilos. If it's like a composition book, you say? Let's see how a composition book looks like. Yeah, no, that shouldn't. A 200-page composition book should not weigh 4 kilos. 4.5 kilos at that. Like, it should not weigh that much. So that's already like, yeah, it's definitely odd. 200 pages is also a lot for a composition book, to be honest. Although I've never counted one. Like, I never, like, was like 1, 2 from a composition book, so I'm not sure if maybe it has 150 pages already in it. I don't think so. I don't have a book with me that's 200 pages long, because then we could like compare and contrast how many sheets of paper that would be. Of course, composition books papers are a bit thicker. Point is, it is definitely unnatural. Use of SCP-2260 puts subjects in a temporary coma and causes them to dream of visiting the location specified in the writing. Subjects do not physically manifest at the location, however, events that take place in the coma will affect the subject's physical body. Okay, so I assume that means if they get injured, they will be injured. The physical body will be injured as well. Anyone wishing to travel using SCP-2260 must use a journal entry formatting. It must be written in the past tense, specify a place the subject wants to go to, and what length of time the subject wants to stay at said place. Example, I went to Japan and I stayed for 2 days. Extra details can be specified, such as specifying exact events that the writer wants to do, but this is not necessary. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Death Note. Like, yeah, you can write in the name and have a face to remember, and then like they will die from a heart attack after a certain amount of time, or you can like really be specific with it, and that's how it's going to happen. So that's how I see this. It's like a Death Note, but instead of death, it's Vacation Note. Extra details can be specified, such as after the information is written in SCP-2260, the subject is rendered unconscious and will remain unconscious until the time written down is fulfilled. How does that work with food, though? I assume if they eat, does the body still get like nutrients? Subjects cannot be awoken during their coma. Upon awakening, subjects have been shown to have exact recollections of the events in the coma. The entry in SCP-2260 fades immediately at the end of the subject's coma. Okay, so far, not too bad. It sounds basically, I mean, the most problematic part is that you're in a coma. But if that's it, then this will be kind of solid for like, you know, oh yeah, let's have the staff members like write down where they want to go. Let them have vacation for like 5 days, but they don't actually move away. So that, like once they wake up, they are back to work. You know, maybe not most ethical, but let's be honest, it's the SCP Foundation. They might do it. SCP-2260 can be used to send people to fictional locations that are not typically able to be reached. Is that so? Is that so? So if I were to just say if I want to go visit the Monster Musume world, you tell me I could. Locations that no longer exist and locations that do not exist yet. Wait, locations that are not typically able to be reached. Yeah, fiction. Hey, Future Wolf Kill Drop. Good luck on your readings. Thank you, Sif. Good luck with work. Welcome to the Fluff. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out and lurking. I know you gotta lurk because you gotta get back to work, but thank you anyways. I'll take care of the thing you told me, by the way. Once I finish reading, I will do it. I will help out. Subjects that use SCP-2260 once a week or more have been. Wait, did I read? Sent to the sites existing in the past have matched historical records, and events seen by subjects sent into the sites existing in the future have happened precisely as shown. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So this could be used to like predict the future then. Probably not the most like. Hey, Lynx. Welcome to the Fluff, brother. I'm alive. Wait, hold on, Lynx. Stay with me. Lynx, stay with me for like 2 seconds. Stay with me for like 2 seconds. Stay with me. But are you though? Okay, well, I guess I'm keeping this on now. So there can be subjects that actively on like while on my stream you're gonna die. I would not be cool with that, my man. Subjects that use SCP-2260 once a week or more have been prone to hallucinogenic episodes while awake. Visiting places. Okay, here's the. Okay. Visiting places previously entered by the subject into SCP-2260. Lightheadedness and temporary amnesia have also been recorded in the subjects. There we go. We found the thing that makes this not fun anymore. It's always the case with like safe SCP. Not always. Highly amount of times is that they're like. It's like, oh yeah, this positive stuff. And you're like, okay, but where's the part that takes away any chance of being used for only the positives? One extreme case had a subject permanently fall into a coma while inside a cell. Subjects. Subjects have stated that they're visiting a location while awake makes the location appear distorted, and that people inside will begin screaming at the subject to leave. Addendum A. Location Guatemala. 1 week. None. So events none. Details. Subject remained unconscious for 1 week. Upon waking up, subject said that they had a nice time. I don't think the log fully explained, but let's just see. Let's see here. Nazi Germany, 1939. What? Why would you want to go there? 5 days. Events none. Subject remained unconscious for 3 days and began bleeding through the forehead. The wound was bullet shaped and the subject expired 14 seconds. Yeah, it does say that like whatever happens in that dream state, in that coma state, will happen to your real body. So if you get, okay, that's good to know. Like the moment if you get killed, you're out. My question is though, I assume you don't need to eat or like be like fed through a tube while you're unconscious. I assume whatever you eat will actually be ingested. The room subject is in 10 minutes in the future. 5 minutes, none. Subject woke up and stated that someone would interrupt the test. 8 minutes later, Dr. Matthews stepped in to see how the test was done. A solid block of wood. Why would you want that? I mean, I'm pretty sure the researchers were like, okay, D class, write that down. 1 hour, none. Upon subject going into unconsciousness, subject immediately began seizing in normal treatment of seizures had no effect. Subject expired 10 minutes later. Yeah, well, duh. Well, of course, it was a test to see if that even would happen. Atlantis, 2 days, none. Subject entered unconsciousness and breathing became increasingly faster. Heartbeat also began rising. Subject expired after 5 minutes. Because it's underwater. So, pardon me. Subject Atlantis, 2 days, having a breathing apparatus on. Subject remained unconscious for 2 days and awoke to tell many stories of advanced technology in a sea at the bottom of the ocean. It appears that the previous subject drowned while at the location. Yeah. Having a breathing apparatus on, but that's 2 days of having. I assume they switched out their apparatus, like real quick, so that the subject doesn't feel like they're drowning. Service of the sun, 10 minutes, being able to survive the heat, sun's heat. Okay. Subject remained unconscious for 10 minutes. Subject awoke and exclaimed that they are blind. Testing from an ophthalmologist revealed the claim to be true. Yeah, I mean, being on the surface of the sun just like, just blinding you. Test location 1 hour. Test location 1 hour. Riding into SB2260. See at NMD. Oh, okay. So something happened interesting there. Let's see. Where would you guys, if you want to pick a location, let's just say the whole like negative part of amnesia and like weird like flashes of memories doesn't happen. Let's just say it's purely like normal for you. Where would you guys want to send your subconscious to for a vacation, and how many days will it be? Remember, like you will eventually, you know, wake up back home, but like just if you can basically just go anywhere in the world or in the fictional world, where would it be? I guess it's just like, yeah, I guess it's just asking where would you want to travel to? With the benefit of like your physical body stays at home. Further testing has been requested, and then in B, the book was initially found in the possession of Mr. James R. referred to as -1. -1 had written the entry about going to Hawaii. It is presumed that because he specified a time that will end up upon his demise, he will never wake up from SB2260. It is presumed that because he specified a time that will end upon his demise. So he wrote down that he will die. Testing has been done on his vitals while in the comatose state. SCP-2260 keeps all brain activity normal and appears to regulate heartbeat and other vital organs. It also regenerates cell structure 10 times quicker than that of a normal human. -1 has been put in the cryogenics area in Sector C for further testing. Addendum C. As it appears that SCP-2260 causes addiction in some subjects, researchers are advised to exercise caution when using a subject for multiple tests. Multiple D-class subjects have made requests to reuse SCP-2260 despite risk of bodily harm. One D-class subject repeatedly said, "Give me the book," and refused to eat, sleep, or even move until further testing was performed on them. Okay. More reason to be cautious about it. I always like when that happens in SCPs though, and like it's like it gives you this like awesome pro, and then like it slowly gets less and less awesome because you're like, that would be cool, and then you're like, oh. So the fact that it gave you like weird flashes and amnesia, you're like, yeah, okay, I don't really want to deal with that. But now like it's also like addictive to the extent that you won't sleep, eat or move until you get to do the test again. Or like the travel, I guess, in this case again. Addendum D. The goal of this experiment was to test what happens when the subject enters a secondary SCP-2260. Well, inside SCP-2260, okay, like the Inception loop. There were 2 medical personnel at hand, 3 security personnel, 2 research assistants, and Dr. Matthews was present to facilitate the experiment. Show timeline of SCP-2260 experiment log H45. So here we have the timeline of experiment, 0 minutes. Subject went into unconsciousness and brain activity remained normal. 4 minutes, brain activity doubles and regulation of vital organs and heartbeat double as well. 10 minutes, subject begins to perspire heavily. 15 minutes, perspiration of sweat turns into perspiration of blood. 25 minutes, subject's brain activity and regulation doubles again, making bodily functions quadruple their normal speed. It is assumed that subject entered SCP-2260 again while inside the secondary SCP-2260. 32 minutes, brain begins to swell and subject begins to become pale. 35 minutes, heart fails, stomach lining bursts from excess gastric acid. 36 minutes, attempts were made to erase the entry from SCP-2260. Entry reappears each time. Medical personnel were attempting to revive subject by using a defibrillator. 41 minutes, subject is revived. 50 minutes, brain activity recedes by half, regulation of vital organs halves as well. 45 minutes, stomach lining heals due to SCP-2260's normal effects. And then 60 minutes, subject awakens, entry fades from SCP-2260. Immediately following experimentation, subject showed severe mental strain and could not properly respond to verbal commands or visual stimuli. Subject was put into psychological counseling for 2 months, and interview was conducted immediately after the 2 months expired. Yeah, that I can imagine his brain is fried. Interview of D6795 on 9th. Interview was conducted by Dr. Matthews. Begin log. Hello, D695. Hi. How are you doing today? Fine. Can you tell me what happened when you rode into SCP-2260 that day? I went in and you were there, and people there to watch were there too, but they were different. They were blank. I see. Can you tell me what happened when you wrote in SCP-2260 in that room? I couldn't control myself. My hand picked up the pencil, and I wrote. The world spun. I woke up in the same room in the world. D6795 begins to sob. Please, continue. The world screamed at me. It screamed at me with to write and write. I did. I followed your instructions. Why do you keep yelling at me? D6795 begins hitting himself on the head repeatedly. Stop the interview. End log. Addendum E. Other experiments. Experiment on the 3rd, 4th teen. Entry was written on a loose leaf paper and inserted into SCP-2260. No effect took place. Experiment on the 5th, 17th teen. Entry was written in SCP-2260 on the page, and the page was immediately torn out. There was no change to SCP-2260's normal effects. Okay, so if you rip out the page, nothing changes. Gotcha. Experiment on the 6th, 14th teen. A page was torn out of SCP-2260 and the entry was written on the torn out page. No effects took place. Okay. Experiment on the 6th, 23rd teen. The entry was written and immediately blacked out. Words in the entry burned through the ink and were visible after 9 seconds. Experiment on the 7th, 15th teen. The entry was written and the page was carefully burned so as to not burn SCP-2260. Once the page was burned away, the entry reappeared on the next page. Wait, crap, is a new sketch just 1 hour after the old one? Okay, looks like you, Howard, you still need to wait for your summertime change. Because, you know how, like, the daylight saving times is not the same for everybody. So maybe you still have to wait a little bit. I assume you have to, like, similar time as Australia when they changed the daylight saving time. So you probably will, need to wait a couple, like, maybe like a week or 2 more before it goes back to what you had before. Yeah. So for now, I would say look up for your country when your daylight saving time thing changes, and then you can tell me the date, and that's when it's gonna be the back to the original time again. Sorry. Experiment on the 8th, 7th. An entry was written without an event specified, and one subject became unconscious. A secondary subject wrote in the event. Secondary subject also fell into unconsciousness, and when subjects simultaneously awoke, they claimed to have seen each other at the location. It doesn't change? Oh, it's okay, so it's... Wait. Didn't you tell me, like, that you used to, like, wake up at 6 in the morning? What do you mean? It's clearly not 6 in the morning for you yet. Or is it? Oh, well, maybe back then I usually joined after it's 4 AM. Experiment on the 8th, 13th. Based on the previous experiment, 2 subjects were dedicated to simultaneously write 2 different entries. Both subjects become unconscious and woke up at a time specified in the entries. When the subjects woke up, they claimed the location had merged and residents of the location were glitchy. Let's stick to 1 entry from now on, Dr. Matthews. Easier to wake up at 4:30 or 5 AM than it is to stay up until 3. Yeah, of course, but my god, dude, it's still pretty late. That's still pretty goddamn late. SCP-260. I love how with safe SCPs, there's always the slowly but surely going southness effect. Like at first you got, oh nice, a book that sends my subconscious into vacation, but then you get stuff like side effects, amnesia, weird flashes, addiction, potential of death. There we go. That's my. I cannot write more. But that's, yeah, no, I just love that about safe SCPs. That like how much like you could like be like, oh, this is neat, this is nice, and then like the more you read it, like, oh, well, I guess this is no longer nice. This is no longer fun. Like, why would you do this to me? You know, like, why would you take something that's like a simple, fun concept and just not let me have the fun anymore? What the hell? What the hell, man? Yeah, because I will definitely. I mean, I can see myself like getting addicted to it, for sure. Like, you tell me I can send my subconscious into a fictional world for a vacation. I can visit whatever like world I want to visit for like a short time. As long as I don't die in that world, I'll be fine. Like, you know how many like cool worlds there are that you don't perish, that you can just visit like that. I'll be down. The amount of like people, like characters you can end up talking to and having conversations with. I mean, yeah, because you can even like specify. You can really be specific of like how you interact with the world. Like, you could literally write in like, no harm shall befall me, you know, and then you're like, okay, good. Now I can just visit, like, I can visit the most dangerous world but not die. I might get traumatized, but I will not die. But yeah, like, I can see myself just doing it one time and be like, yeah, but what if I want to visit that world real quick? And then I just be like, I immediately become one of the D-class to get addicted to, like, I need to go again. So, It is pretty, like, addiction is always pretty dangerous, so you can never underestimate it.